1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. On the phone, Rich Hurley, head boys basketball coach, Troy High School, Flying Horses, Class A title game tomorrow night at the Glens Falls Civic Center. Coach, you're taking on Lansingburg. What challenges do the Knights present you?
Well, first and foremost, very athletic. They got three guys that, really get out in transition and like to get to the basket. And they're kind of remind me of a team like Green Tech or like Schenectady that we played this year that kind of, made things difficult on us, trying to keep them away from the basket. So I think that's our first and foremost challenge that we have to take care of today. And then number two is the glass. They really eat the offensive glass. So we got to do a better job of boxing out and trying to, limit them to one shot.
Coach, you guys are taking on Lansingburg, not Scotia. Scotia, the team that has dominated Class A for the last couple of years. You guys played the great final with them 2 years ago. But can you put into perspective just what Scotia did over the last couple of years for Class A?
Obviously they went on they went a 2-year run that is probably second to none in the history section too, to win the states and to win a federation and go undefeated. That with that first team, in Joe's junior year, and like you said, we had that great double overtime loss that still hurts a little bit because there's some questions as to whether there was a foul in that last play or not, but we won't go there. That's 2 years away, and then obviously last year, coming back with the expectation level to do it again, and they did it. I kind of remember being at McGinn, in my second year when we got back to the state final, and with the expectation to do it. That's really hard to do sometimes. Is when you're supposed to win it, and then you get everybody's best, and I think it has to go right for you, and then to go out and do it. So that's what Coach Jim Matei, and his staff, teach his guys and try to instill in his players, and they went out and did it. And unfortunately, you can't keep all those guys together for all those years, but that's just a great run, and they should be proud of that.
Coach, your leading scorer is Daniel Bowie, who's the brother of Taylor Battle and Teron Bowie, who you coached at Bishop McGinn. He's only a sophomore, but where does he compare to those guys development-wise?
Yeah, he's kind of a combination of the two, I'd say. Not really as athletic and explosive as either one of those two guys, but I think at his age, I think he shoots a little bit better, has a little bit better, feel for the game than his brothers. But he just is a great worker. He certainly knows where you can get to if you put work in, and he's our hardest worker in practice. He's after wanting to get shots up and work on his game. He's a student of the game. He's always asking questions. Hey, coach, what about this type scenario or that type scenario? He likes to watch film, which a lot of high school kids, as you know, don't like to watch film. He actually likes to watch some tape and kind of see what's going on out there. So, he has an opportunity. He has a bright future as long as he, just kind of stays on his path. And he's a great student like both of his brothers were, so that's not going to be a problem academically. And it's just trying to get better, and he needs to get bigger and stronger. That's the one thing that he's really going to work on in the off season is his body and, get in the weight room and kind of change his diet a little bit. But he has a chance to be a good one.
Coach, what did you make of the new Suburban Council? Obviously, you guys are a former Big Ten team, and then the Big Ten kind of disbands, and then you're in the Suburban Council where you play the Shens, who's the top team in the area. You get CBA to come over. What did that do for you guys and help you get to this point?
It was, it was tough in the beginning. I'll be honest. It was a different brand of basketball than you're used to playing in the Big Ten, and I think we kind of had to adjust a little bit. But the competition obviously was great. Well-coached teams, great players. Every night you have to, be ready to play. I think probably one of the most difficult things was, going in and trying to find a locker room. Where are you going? There's a lot of gyms I never coached in before, and so that was kind of weird. Being in the Capital District all these years and watching games, but walking in and going, hey, where do we go? You're in the Big Ten. You kind of know where you're going, and you kind of feel comfortable, and but hoping that competition has prepared us, to play and give our best effort on, Friday night. But it's great. It's great for our school, and we're just happy to be in suburban council.
Coach, last question. Troy High School coach Rich Hurley with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Flying Horses taking on Lansingburg tomorrow night in the Class A boys basketball final. Coach, the late game, the 8 o'clock tip at the Glens Falls Civic Center. You and I both know that game's not starting at 8 o'clock. So how do you keep your guys, how do you get ready when you're probably going to be standing around for a while?
Yeah, well, we're going to try to time it up, and then you have the Glens Falls game before us, so that's going to be packed. You have all the ceremonies after the game, so we're going to shoot around after school, like we always do, and we'll get some shots up, and we'll talk about a couple last minute things, and we'll do a team meal here, and I'll have my assistant coaches go up and kind of text me and say, Coach, here's where we're at. I mean, to get there a little early, we do, but hey, we got to motivate our guys. They know what's at stake. This is our third straight trip here at in A's. It's our fifth straight here at Troy. I've been here, and we're 1-3, so we like to kind of turn that around. And there's not a guy on my team that has played in a championship game before, so they're hungry. And if we got to sit around for an extra half hour or 40 minutes, so be it. So does Lansingburg. And I think both teams are going to be ready to play, and it should be fun.
Rich Hurley with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Troy, Lansingburg tomorrow, 8 o'clock or thereabout at the Glens Falls Civic Center against Lansingburg. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, guys.